So when they called me about 3 months ago, told me they had a brand new product they were launching and it was going to be fabulous. It had all these fancy features, Bluetooth, has an app, a free app on your phone, and it's made for the indoors. I was kind of skeptical. I'm thinking, why would you need Bluetooth or an app for a mousetrap? Well, after 7 weeks of testing it, it wasn't overkill. It's genius. The Goodnature mousetrap, today on GP Outdoors. Welcome back. For those of you that have been with me a number of years, you'll recall that several years ago, I found the Goodnature A24 rat trap. Like many people, or pretty much anybody that's got a home or a dwelling, cottage, cabin in a forested or a rural area, you're gonna have mice. It's not a question, you got them. And I had them. I tried every type of trap I could. I also had a pest control service for a number of years, but they just keep coming back. Most of those traps or those different types of deterrents are all poison based, but not the A24 trap. That Goodnature A24 is certified humane. It uses a ram and provides an instant and deliberate termination. No poisons involved. To this day, that is absolutely the best mousetrap I've ever used. In fact, I just realized I've had it in place in my cabin for 6 years as of this month. And you may recall 5.5 years ago, I terminated or I canceled my pest control service. Didn't need it anymore, and for 6 years, I've been mouse free inside that dwelling. So when Goodnature gave me a shout to tell me they had a new product, I was certainly interested to hear a little more. They've just come out with their Goodnature mousetrap. Yeah, no fancy name, just mousetrap. And it is in fact designed for mice. It's an indoor trap. It's got a rechargeable lithium battery. It resets itself automatically, just like the A24, but this one's connected through Bluetooth to a free app on your phone. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing 7 weeks ago. This trap, as you can see, is much smaller, but it's designed for mice, and it's designed for indoor use only. You can see here it's got a much smaller opening on the shroud, whereas the A24 has a much larger opening on the barrel, which allows different sizes or larger types of pests or rodents to enter. It also poses a bit of a risk if you've got animals or small children, but it is an indoor-outdoor trap. So Goodnature told me they focused on an indoor mouse trap only. Much smaller opening, keeps those hands and paws out, and in the event the trap comes apart, like you would do to clean it or to empty it, there's a sensor inside that immediately disables the ram to minimize any potential injury. In other words, it's a pet-friendly, child-friendly, family-friendly trap. But the big question for me was, does it work? And secondly, why would I need an app and Bluetooth connectivity on a mousetrap? Well, I guess I was a little short-sighted because it became quickly apparent why it was such a benefit or a great feature to have an app on your phone. Conventionally, any other trap you have requires you to keep checking it to see if there are any victims or they need to be cleaned. The Goodnature trap will notify you with a push notification on your phone when there's been a strike and it's time to clean or empty the trap. So the battery's charged, let's turn it on and let's load the app. I've got the app loaded. This is a Bluetooth connected or enabled trap, so I'm going to allow. And we're going to need to sign in. I'd like notifications. Let's add a trap. Power on the trap. It's flashing blue light. Going to remove the donut. Insert the donut. I've already rubbed the donut against the edge. I'm going to put it back inside, into place. Trap is now activated, and I'm going to continue to test fire. Here's the test fire. There we have it. It's working. We'll give it a name. Let's go with Mouse Buster. There we go. And I can add a location. I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to skip. Setup is complete. It's that simple. So this app is going to tell me when I'm in range. It's going to connect to my phone by Bluetooth, and it's going to tell me whether there's been any strikes, or aka any victims, when it's time to replace the donut, and I believe it will also tell me, yep, the battery strength. So I'm at 96%. Has there been any activity? Nope, just the activation and the test fire. The status is it's connected and it's ready to go. Excellent. I just want to take a look at settings. Nothing to see there. We're great. And we'll leave it running. And we're all set up. So if you can picture it, you're hanging out in the living room, watching the football game, or maybe you're reading a book, or in the workshop. You no longer have to check your traps every day or two. When the trap strikes, it'll send you a notification to let you know it's time to come and clean it. That's it. And the connectivity through Bluetooth is instant. It's automatic. Once you get within range of the trap, i.e. you're in your house and the trap's in the house, the trap will see the app and connect automatically by itself. And then it'll begin to send you push notifications when it's time. You don't have to open the app and try to connect to it manually every time to check it. It'll tell you. Basically, you set it and forget it. Since I no longer have an issue with mice inside my cabin, I took the trap down to Guy's workshop down the road, and we've left it there for the last 7 weeks. So whenever we walk into the workshop, within a few minutes, I get that ding or that notification, because it pretty much goes off every night. Pretty much. So I don't have to go check it in the other side of the workshop. We're sitting having a coffee, and I'll get that ding or that notification on the lock screen of my phone, and we know there's been a strike. And cleanup, just as clean and easy as it is with the A24. And just like the A24 I have, the cleanup is not messy. It uses the same similar type of ram mechanism to do its job. So when you're emptying the trap, I just take it out and I empty it here on the side of the forest because they don't use poisons or toxins. It's a clean termination. And a lot of the critters of the forest animals rely on mice as one of their food sources, especially in the wintertime. So hey, that's a wrap. As you folks know, I don't often do product videos on this type of equipment unless I find something that I think is worth your time to watch. I'm pretty happy with it after 7 weeks, and it certainly does its job. And as skeptical as I was, this was an ingenious idea. Thanks for sticking around today. I hope you have a great week. Please be kind to one another, and I'll see you right here. I'm Gord Potter, and you've been watching GP Outdoors. Cheers.